If we could have the men and women who have served in us in our military, we recognize you as you stood, but if you could come forward, please. We would like to recognize you individually and also to give you a little token of our appreciation. Jake, can you turn the speaker mic a little less hot, please, so people can speak into it without an arm long enough? A little bit less, right here's fine. I might need you to hold the book so I can see without my glasses too. Donna, if you would start us off, what we would ask is if you would give your name, the branch of service you served in, and perhaps the time that you served, and the rank that you completed your service at. And just a heads up, as you talk with this microphone, everybody wants to hold it at the very bottom, and you can see what happens when you hold it at the very bottom, which cuts out. You gotta hold it in the middle, okay? Just so, trust me, don't hold it at the bottom.
Okay, my name is Don Woodville. I was in the U.S. Marines. I was with PLC. Served my track from 1969 to 1972. Jackson Army, United States Marines, Lance Corporal, served from 1990 to 94.
Marty Miller, Army, Spec 4, 70 to 73.
Nicholas Beninati, United States Navy, UTRO, 2004 to 2005.
Ron Buttery, U.S. Army Medical Corps, served in Korea and during the Vietnam era. Specialist E5 rank.
Klaus Dahl, U.S. Army, 1974 to 77, 4th Infantry Division, and Specialist Work Class.
Tim Jones, Army, Specialist 4th, during 1971 to 72.
That's probably right. Maybe to the one who's United States Coast Guard, Scales Top Up. United States Coast Guard, Petty Officer, First Class, Rescue Security, 2005 to 2013.
If you didn't hear, Mindy served in our Coast Guard from what years? 2005 to 13 as a rescue swimmer. Thank you very much. Thank you, all of you. Before we clap, I know you guys are itching because we are truly honored for your service. But one of the things that we want to give to our service people today is a challenge coin. And some of you perhaps are familiar with challenge coins from your service time. But the challenge coin tradition isn't like for every service person didn't necessarily have that experience, but it originated in World War I with, it was a wealthy lieutenant who had coins minted for all of his Air Force battalion cars group that showed, it just showed their time of service, the name of their group, and it was an identifying, prideful thing. During the World War I experience, experienced one of the pilots with the challenge coin was shot down and his papers were all burned, but he had the challenge coin in his pocket and he was able to verify his allegiance with the United States through the challenge coin, which started some of that recognition. The challenge coin's purposes really are to identify the affiliation, to recognize, honor, to commemorate experiences and share experiences. So today what we're going to offer is this honor coin. It says on it, "Thank you for your service from a grateful American." And on the back it says, "To a member of the U.S. Armed Forces," and it has now I do realize we have a sixth group of military service with Star Wars, or Star Wars. Sorry, it totally went, yeah. I'm very military. With Space Force. Space Force, yeah. But we recognize if Space Force people are serving, we'll recognize you as part of the Air Force today. The challenge coin tradition also went to that if a military person was in a group of military people and at either a bar or a restaurant, you would take your challenge coin out and slam it on the table or the bar, and people within arm's reach who served in the military were called and challenged to present their coin. If they didn't have their coin with them, they were responsible for picking up the tab. If everybody did have their coin available, the person who challenged was the one responsible for picking up the tab. It also carries a tradition of exchanging with others. When you meet them, you exchange your coin as a way to commemorate that special meeting and relationship. You'll see many times our president, I believe it's when he's at the Resolute desk, I'm not sure which one, but when our president provides a national address, you can see over his shoulder a stand of a bunch of different challenge coins that have been presented to the president when the president was in the company of different service people. So today, we thank you for your service, and we also recognize, I know we have at least 2 of our members who are currently active service. We have Alex Bayer, who's serving us in the U.S. Army, and we have Dan Travis, who was in active service and now serves us through the reserves. And we thank both Alex and Dan for their service. And so this morning, I present you with your challenge coin, and thank you on behalf of the congregation. These are yours. Thank you for your service. You all may all return to your seats.